The next category is confession story time. What was the moment you realized someone was crazy, crazy? I caught my boyfriend cheating, so I immediately broke up with him and refused to forgive him. So he decided to show his loyalty to me by carving my initials in his face. This man was crazy. He would make me talk to him on the phone the entire way to work. Then once I was clocked in, my work phone rang. As I gave my greeting, all I heard on the other line was, "Yeah, you better be at work like you said." Click. Okay. On the third day of us talking, he got upset and escalated to insulting and calling me the B word. So I never spoke to him again. 1 week later, he texts me as his sister saying, "D got shot and is in the ICU. I'm texting you because your number is in his phone. It seems like y'all were close." And the person mentioned that this person was a Libra. Another post from the same person says, "Stole all my lashes out my car. I keep some in there just in case." It was about 10 pairs of lashes. When I asked him if he had my bag of lashes, he said, "Hell yeah, you won't be blinking all sexy in another man's face. You only need to look cute for me." And she's saying that person was a Virgo. So I dated this guy that had a girlfriend. I didn't know he had a girlfriend. When she found out via Instagram, she turned up to his house where I was staying with a gun to shoot me. And afterwards, I went through his phone and he had texted her that he thought her action was so sexy. My friend called me to help her grab some things from her boyfriend's when they broke up. Next thing I know, she's sprinting down the stairs with a PS4 and his prosthetic leg, then got in the car and said, "Let's see if he can run behind other girls now." Okay. She smacked me in the face and knocked my glasses off clean. When I said, "Why did you just hit me?" she came back with, "What are you talking about? I didn't touch you." Then asked me what happened to my glasses in the most sincere tone she's ever used. I was in the car with my folks and everything was good until this dude started doing 75 to 80 miles per hour and screamed, "Satan, take the wheel, kill me now." When he was slowed down, finally, we was at a red light. I hopped out and waited for Dart to come. When I woke up and my ex had broken in my house, and was standing over me while I slept. Okay, creepy. My first college roommate pretended to be pregnant for several months. And then when she couldn't fake it anymore, after I was institutionalized for unrelated reasons, she told me she gave birth and it died and she named it after me. Okay. She stabbed me in my chest, came to the hospital crying like someone else did it. There were some really crazy stories. Got home from the store and saw that my ex had wrote a note saying we were over and left my key. 2 hours later, he walks out the closet after hiding under a pile of clothes. He said it was to test my loyalty. I'm just glad I was tired. She lied to the police, said I beat her up and got me locked up there. But cameras at my job had me at work during the time she said it happened. Then she came to court, said she lied because I was seeing someone else and she wanted me away from her. Guess what, Judge? Judge didn't do anything to her. Okay, that's really sad. We should really invest in some punctuation though. Not gonna lie. I dated this man whose friend asked him why he never buys me anything. After his friend left and he punched the wall next to my head and said I was giving his friend energy to say that. And then I said, "I'ma leave him." He started crying and burned himself. Okay. Dude woke me up out of my sleep, told me to find a ride home at 3 a.m. I ordered a lift home. He followed the lift to my house and asked me why I was going and asked me, was I going to get in the car with him and go back to his house? Nah. During a snapped moment with my abusive ex, I struck him with a glass candlestick that sent him to the hospital to get 72 stitches. I took him, of course, to the hospital. When we got home, he said, "I know you love me because you saved my life." Dude, I didn't want jail time. Talking about saving my life. Me and a dude had an argument. I told him I needed space, and dude called my number from 3 different phones nonstop for 2 hours. I couldn't even call anyone. All right, guys, with those confessions of like the moment they realized someone was crazy, crazy, what are your thoughts? The floor is open. Raise your hands. Let's discuss. Someone says she got space, all right. These are funny as hell. Great. Restraining order, please. Oh my, someone said they would kick him in the no-no square. Oh no, that's not nice. Unhealthy obsession. That's not love, that's obsession. Okay. All right, guys, the floor is open. I'm finished with the comment sections. Let me hear your voice. What do you think about all of that? Ashley, go ahead.
The leg. Yeah, that was totally. I would have just cheered her on and said, "Go, girl." That one really was funny. And then the last one, what was the last one again?
Do you think it was ableist though? Ableist of her to take his prosthetic leg and then say, I want to see him run behind some girls now.
Yes, serves him right. He shouldn't be cheating. And the last one, where she said she couldn't even call anyone. She said she needed space. So I'm just saying she got her space. That space. He's at one side of the country or wherever the hell he is, and he's calling you. That space. That's enough space. I mean,
someone is asking why women always want to hurt the games when they're upset. Because that's how women feel in control. Because she grabbed his PS4 and his leg and ran. But I'm like, if he doesn't care about his girl and he cares about the game, then he must snatch the game.
As she should.
All right. Moving on to the next one. So this one says, my boyfriend got another woman pregnant and had been spoiling her throughout the pregnancy. Went all out with baby luxurious needs and organized damage payments on the week he blocked me. He done all of this behind my back. All to find out he's not the father. What are your thoughts on that one? All right, Marianne, your hand is raised. Go ahead.
The only thing I would say to him, Abe.
Oh my.
Because I mean, I'm right here. You need to get another woman. Well, maybe it wasn't. Maybe that wasn't the ulterior motive. But everything that we do, there are consequences. But honestly, knowing me, I wouldn't gloat too much. But honestly, I'd rub it in his face a little bit.
Okay, thank you for sharing. I see in the comment section one person say "retro" and someone else say that rough though. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else wants to go? All right, moving on to the third confession. This one is a bit long. So yeah, that happened. I'm a 24-year-old female and my brother is 27. Around 2 years ago, when I first joined Reddit on my old account, I posted a not safe for work subreddit a lot. Not safe for work, guys, means like adult content usually. I'm fairly confident in my body and didn't mind showing it off at the time. Now that I have a boyfriend, however, my tune has changed on the subject matter. I'd post at least twice a day and get a bunch of messages. One guy kept commenting and messaging me, telling me I was sexy and how much he loved my body. For some reason, I kept talking to him and we basically developed a sexual relationship and sexted all the time, but we never showed our faces. For those who don't know what sexting is, it's when you're sending like nudes. So you're texting, but it's sexual. So you're sending nudes, having flirtatious conversations over the phone, messaging, etc. Keep in mind that I was always very private about my identity because I didn't want anyone to blackmail me. I even made up a name and location as to where I lived. I thought it was a bit weird that this guy had the same name as my brother. Although my brother is very good looking and a 10 out of 10 would bang if he wasn't my brother. I lived in the same state, but I figured it was simply a coincidence. Don't laugh. I don't like that. For his birthday, a few months after we met, he sent me a picture of himself without a shirt and his magic stick erect and told me he wished I was there to flavor taste him and asked me if I liked the new tattoo he got for his 25th birthday. But I was like, I'm in the living room downstairs celebrating my brother's birthday, his 25th one. It was the same tattoo my brother showed me earlier that day. It was the same bathroom, same shower curtains, same hair products, same perfume, same toothbrush colors, same everything. I was mortified, but I didn't stop. My brother is a really hot guy, and I like what he had below the equator. I couldn't help myself, so I continued to sext with him for a few more months until I told him I'd gotten a boyfriend and could no longer do that with him. He understood, and we went our separate ways. The worst part, I still touch myself to his pictures on occasions. Okay, that was a bit heated. Oh my God, that one. That's a true confession right there. So a few of the comment section saying, sweet home Alabama. Hallelujah. Oh dear God. Woo. No. Soup hours I cook over this club. No, so I mean we just see the menu. It's not we find the ingredients. They find themselves. Come on. All right, guys. Feel free to take the floor if you have any comments, any statements on that advice section. Okay, Ashley, go ahead, and then Dominique.
Brother and sister make good soup.
No, they don't.
Okay, I just have one little phrase to say. The Lord is my shepherd. So all along, she did not realize that until the boy's 25th birthday. I mean, she said he was similar to her brother, and then she saw
that he has the same name. She just said he has the same name. They were sexting, and they didn't show any faces because they didn't want anybody to blackmail him. So she never knew.
But she never knew her brother's voice.
Or no, they weren't talking like on voice call. They were just texting, and they were exchanging nudes and stuff. So it's like an anonymous thing in a way. You know, they're texting each other and flirting, but they're not exchanging their faces and their real names. So he gave his real name, but she didn't give her real name because she didn't want anybody to use the pictures of her and her face and blackmail her.
No, but seriously, oh my God.
Remember, it's the internet, you know. You can't be talking to anybody behind that screen. What are the odds it's your brother?
No, but Jay, why you always finding these types?
They find me.
Last week it was the father and the
It's not my fault. They find me, promise. Dominique, do you still want to speak?
Sure, I wanted to share a crazy experience that I had, but it's not really related to any brother-sister thing. Right?
Hopefully not. Go ahead.
Right. So, I was on vacation some time ago, and I met a guy while I was staying at a hotel, and we were having a good time for like the space of a week, right? And then when everything started to get weird was when he wanted to marry me. Like he literally proposed and he wanted to take me back to Africa with him. And that was when everything just got really weird, and I ended up checking out earlier than
that reminded me of the Eddie Murphy movie.
Question: did you twang at any point for making him think same could I get a green card?
Actually, no. We're just talking as friends. That's it. Literally nothing at all. So it was just like a big jump.
It could be some. I don't want to jump the gun, but it could be some organ harvesting because that just sounds.
It was scary, very scary for me. Yeah.
Marianne, you want to go ahead? And thank you for sharing. That was interesting. Marianne, you still want to speak? No? All right, then no problem. I'm gonna read the comment section because you guys are always feisty in the chat. Always feisty. So it says that's just nasty. That is 200% past weird. She did well and know all along, man. That happens when girls want to play, guys. Did just want a piece of bro. Oh no. And vice versa. If it's my brother, I'm blocking immediately and do 200 Hail Mary. I'm not continuing any conversation. Actually, I had something like that with, I don't know if I should read this. I had something like that with my cousin when I was 6 years old. It's funny now though. Oh no, we're not going to read the rest of that chat. No, thank you. So the next segment that we have is the advice segment. But before we move on, relating to that story, I find it very interesting. It's like, I feel like that sister is unique, but at the same time, the brother does not know he's talking to his sister like that because she's not sent any face pics and she's using a fake name and fake area of residence, right? So all along, this dude just think it's a random girl or something. And then she didn't even have the nerves to admit it to him and be like, hey, bro, this is what was happening. And then she continued to use the pictures afterwards for not good reasons. So I feel like she's messed up as a person. But I don't know, to each their own, but I just, that's not for me.
She have goals and ambition.
Not the right ones talking about.